Hello everyone, this is the second tutorial related to simulation. The first one was an introduction to the discrete event simulation library called simpy. So I've been trying a few other simulation environments or libraries available within Python, and there's this simulation library called salabim that I found, and I found it to be pretty impressive. So, without further ado, let me show you what it can do. So, to install it, again, it should be as simple as pip install salabim salabim. For me, it's already installed, so it's going to show that requirement already satisfied. Yeah. Okay. So let me show a very simple example on this. So I'm just importing all the library, the entire library here. Import salabim as sim. It's the alias I gave it. Okay, got imported. So let me show you the documentation. This is the page, the documentation page, and it is a very good tutorial to get us started. Now, some of the things that I saw in this library, which are definitely an improvement over the existing simpy library, are that they have certain objects, like for example queues, processes, that are much better defined in this library. So the tutorial I'll be covering is this first one. So let me go over it. So this example is a very simple example of a car, which is essentially going through a few steps of the process. So there's just one process that's occurring here, and I particularly love the way that the documentation shows everything in classes. So I'm defining the first class, or the only class in this example, class sim.component. So as you can see, sim was the alias where I was importing the library salabim. So in this case, I'm defining this class for sim.component. Let's define a process. Def process self while true. Now there are a lot of things which are similar to the simpy library, but it definitely has some additional features. Yield self dot hold. So that's all. That's the process in this example, and the way we write the code is as simple as step 1. We're creating a simulation environment in the same way that we do in simpy. env.sim.environment. So one additional feature which I did find here, and it might already exist in simpy as well, I have not explored this, but trace equal to true. So it essentially traces the when the model is running. So step 1, we are defining the simulation environment. Step 2, we're calling the process, in this case the class car, which is the process in this case, and then we tell it how long to run. So env dot run till equal to 5. Okay, let's see the output. I made a mistake. Let me stop this. So here when I say yield self.hold, so this is essentially introducing the delay. So in this case I have not really given a time unit, so that's why it was running like that. But say if we give a time unit of 1 and say we say env.run till equal to 5, now let's run it. And let me expand this. So here we see the time component, and this is something I really like about this library is time 0. So it essentially calls this main function which is under the hood. We don't really have to worry about that. So it gets initialized, so t equal to 0, t equal to 1, shows you it's holding, scheduled for 1, scheduled for 2, 3, 4, 5. Very simple example, but just to get started with this library. In the next tutorial I'll cover a more real life example, so as to speak, which is again also in the documentation, so feel free to try that example. Let me yeah, that's all for this tutorial. See you next time.